Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages except 14. Welcome to Colonial Impact Wrestling. My name is Economist, and today it is finally upon us. We have our bottom six competing in our Redemption Battle Royal, and here's how it's going to work. All six of these guys are the lowest standing in the ranking system. Apologies for not posting the rankings, but I will after the elimination. So anyway, let's get this started, and in the meantime, I'm going to talk you through what's going on. Now, as you saw, it's Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee has 94 points. The Prince of Persia has 96 points. Noob Saibot, after yesterday's shocking disqualification from Smoke, now also has 96 points. Magus has 92 points. The Grim Reaper has 96 points. And Johnny Cage has 99 points. They are all of the lowest people that we have. Now, there's one person who got a reprieve from this elimination match, and that is Ken Masters, who had 98 points. However, since he was injured at the hands of Shades of Black, he will not be eliminated, but he will be returning next week. And I'm here to announce it. I was going to announce it at the beginning of the video, the storyline video this Sunday, but we have already got a confirmed tag match between Ken Masters and Satan and Neo and Agent 47, and that is going to be a tag team match to watch. I'm excited to see that, and all four of those men are going to be involved in a 20-man Royal Rumble. I hate to do more Royal Rumbles, but we're going to do a 20-man Royal Rumble to determine Satan's opponent come this Sunday come Saturday the 28th, Doomsday. But we have a whole set of people set up. And it's a 20-man Royal Rumble, and the winner of that will face Satan at the Royal Rumble at Doomsday. And so far, the only confirmed name we have for that is, Ken Masters, Agent 47, Riddick, and Neo, they're all in it. The other person who's going to be in it, who we've heard from, is Ermac. He is making his return. But let's go back to this, the Redemption Battle Royal. Here comes Bruce Lee.
The following contest is a six-man battle royal. On the way to the ring, from Canada, the Bruiser.
Bruce Lee. Now, you would think for a guy of Bruce Lee's caliber, he would not be in the second to lowest in points, but he has yet to have a good show. He's had a couple good showings, but he has yet to get it done. Yet to get it done in CIW. Misses his chance to keep his roster spot alive, if you will, and maybe this will be his time. You know, Bruce Lee, Game of Death. We'll have to see. He is one of 6 men. This is a pinfall or submission battle royal, and when you're eliminated, you go back to the locker room. Now, the winner of this match will get, I believe, I'm going to double check here, but I believe gets 10 points. Yes. In the meantime, here comes the Prince of Persia.
And the opponent, from Edmond, Oklahoma. From Oklahoma, Philip.
You know, I honestly would not mind never seeing this motherfucker again. Not even gonna lie. His entrance is way too long. They have 3 different names, none of which are his. He thinks he's cooler than he is. And I would not mind to see his ass eliminated. Not even gonna lie. So anyway, here's the way this match is gonna go. The winner gets 10 points. Second place gets 7 points. Third place gets 5 points. And the bottom 3 get nothing, which means you do not want to be one of the bottom 3, because more than likely you will be in the elimination match. So this is going to be a very interesting set. And actually, I'm going to change it. Fourth place gets, I don't know, 2 points. Yeah, we'll give fourth place 2 points. So, but 5 and 6, nothing. So you do not want to be the first one eliminated, and I will be keeping track. And more than likely, I'm going to take a guess and say that the 2 people who are eliminated at the bottom are going to be the ones in the elimination match come tomorrow. So 5 and 6 will probably be the ones who are in it, but that may not happen. I mean, if Magus wins and he comes back up and he's the lowest ranked, but it could be that, say, Bruce Lee comes in 4th and Magus wins it, Bruce Lee could still be in the elimination match. So, who knows? That's what the amazing thing about the ranking system goes, and I already have someone lined up for that next roster spot who you are going to be very happy to see. I'm almost assured that most of you will. Prince of Persia finally done doing his bullshit. And here comes Noob Saibot.
And the opponent, from parts unknown, the Ninja.
Now, I had a chance to talk to Noob Saibot after his match, and he was so angry and just so depressed. He barely talked to me. He was just so beaten down. Look at that. He's mad. I think he's afraid, honestly. Because of what Smoke did to Noob Saibot and cost him that match. Not only did he cost him the match, he might have cost him his job. If Noob Saibot shits the bed in this match and loses tomorrow, he's gone. Smoke might have cost him Noob Saibot's job. And from his best friend and rival, that's got to be a low blow to him. But to be fair, I'm playing devil's advocate here, to be fair, Noob Saibot did cause Smoke to be disqualified in his match, in his XYZ Championship match against Aquaman. So, it's only fitting that turnabout is fair play. Just saying. Here comes Johnny Cage.
And the opponent, from Los Angeles, California, Hollywood.
Johnny Cage is probably the one out of the 6 of these guys that I hope wins, only because he's had some phenomenal matches. Johnny Cage has been a part of some of the greatest matches in CIW history, including the triple threat match to open up Massacre, which I still think was the best match on the card. As far as what performed, the ladder match was pretty good too. I have to say I loved the ladder match too, but I loved the triple threat match between the Penguin, Johnny Cage, and Mr. Corleone. And I thought Johnny Cage had a tremendous effort there. And also the Hell in a Cell tag match between the other Rangers and the martial artists. Both members, by the way, are in this Redemption Battle Royal. We may see Johnny Cage beating Bruce Lee. We may see that tag team. You know, this is fighting for your job right now. You need to make it as far as you possibly can in this. So, and I think there's what, 2 left? Here comes the Grim Reaper in his first Battle Royal yet.
From Washington, D.C.
Eventually.
From Florida, the Immortal.
The immortal Grim Reaper. And yet, he may not be immortal. His job might not be immortal. His job is on the line here tonight. And, well, okay, that's not true. His job could be on the line after tonight. After the Grim Reaper, the Grim Reaper, the heaviest of all of these guys. The only super heavyweight of the bunch. And I have to say, the Grim Reaper, you can't even see him, he's so fucking tall. He's 7 feet tall. Weighs 400 pounds. He's skinny as fuck, but those bones weigh a ton. And that's what happens when you've got so many souls that you've reaped over the past forever. And I like how he stole The Undertaker's hat. Probably because Brock Lesnar killed him at WrestleMania. So he's just like, alright, you know what? I got his hat. Why not? Fuck it. So, the Grim Reaper now coming out. I can only hope that the Grim Reaper... That's going to leave a mark. If the Grim Reaper is eliminated, just to think about it, that means that Satan is on his own. As far as tag teams, he will have lost his tag team partner. And that's pretty considerable when you think that Satan has been combating Shades of Black in recent weeks. And just the other day, we saw Shades of Black Shades of Black have a counter victory over Satan and the Grim Reaper. Satan and the Grim Reaper have not been the best of tag teams, though. Lost both of their tag team losses, actually, have been countouts. Now that you think about it, and that's pretty crazy that neither of them have been able to get a pinfall victory, but they have never been pinned either. they've also just only had countouts. And that has cost the Grim Reaper, and that's made the Grim Reaper where he is. Here comes Magus.
And the opponent, from parts unknown, the Vampire.
Magus, who has had just, I think, a stroke of bad luck. I mean, he's probably been the weakest of the wrestlers, I have to say. He's always been the first one eliminated when it came to the Elimination Tables match. Magus was the first to be eliminated. Last week, when he had that fatal four-way match against Corleone, Belmont, and Johnny Cage, Magus was the first one eliminated then, and Prince of Persia, excuse me. Magus was the first one eliminated then. Will his streak continue? Magus may, his time, I would say that he's probably the most likely to have his time cut short in CIW. I would say he's the most at risk here of everybody. And that's not good news for Magus or Chrono, but Chrono seems to be doing fine on his own. Like, anytime that Chrono has been in Chrono Cross with him, they have not won. But Chrono has had a pretty decent record as far as winning matches. Actually, that's not true. He's 2-3. He won a triple threat match, and he won a singles match, but lost 3 matches in between then. Magus is thus far winless, as far as I can tell, as soon as I found him. Yep, he lost both the matches he was in, or all 3, excuse me. He lost all 3 matches he was in. Prince of Persia is 1-2, and that's not true because the Prince of Persia was eliminated. He got elimination points in that fatal 4-way match. So he's 0-3 actually. Let's see, who else in here? But before I get to that, Noob Saibot's had a little bit better, but that disqualification loss hurt him bad. He was 3-3, and then that DQ loss caused him to lose 10 points, which does not help your situation at all if you happen to be Noob Saibot. But I do have to say, I have to thank Smoke on one level, because the fact that Noob Saibot is in this match kept my boy, Mr. Clean, from having to fight for his job. Mr. Clean lives for another week, another month, and here we go. 6-man Battle Royal. This is for your jobs, people, so you better perform out there. I'm looking for this to be a hell of a match. Now, as in normal Battle Royals, there is no leaving the ring in this Battle Royal unless you're eliminated. Spinning heel kick by Noob Saibot. Now, this is going to be kind of tough for me to commentate because there's 6 people here. But I'm going to do the best I possibly can for you guys. And a spike pile driver by Noob Saibot onto the Grim Reaper. Looks like Bruce Lee has got a cross arm breaker on Magus, but I can't see it because Luke Goss is once again in the way of the action. Big fucking surprise. And Luke Goss, you're on thin ice. You are on thin ice, my friend. You better double check that. So anyway, references aside, now the Grim Reaper with a huge sidewalk slam onto the Prince of Persia. Magus now punching Noob Saibot. And all 6 of these guys fighting, brawling in the early goings of this matchup. And I doubt that anyone's going to be eliminated too quickly here. So we've got at least a little bit of time for them to really feel each other out. And with 6 men in the ring, this is not going to be easy for you to survive. But remember, the whole goal is to not end up in 6th or in 5th. And I'm going to take a drink of water just because... And I'm allowed to because Noob Saibot did one of those fireman's carry things, so you can take a drink for that. And now, ooh, an inverted atomic drop by Noob Saibot. And a fallout slam down to, onto the Grim Reaper. Magus with another fireman's carry, take a drink. And now, Noob Saibot just kicking the back of the Grim Reaper. Noob Saibot going straight for the Grim Reaper. And I wonder if there's maybe a little animosity that... Oh! And Johnny Cage just caged Noob Saibot, used his move that is shockingly similar to the Diamond Cutter, but is not. And it's the you got caged. So Noob Saibot got caged just there. And we'll have to see if maybe Johnny Cage will do that more than once today. And Johnny Cage with a nice side slam, almost a tilt-a-whirl side slam, and Noob Saibot hit the shadow bomb onto Bruce Lee, and I thought he was going to go for a cover. Oh, he does go for it. He goes for an arrogant cover. Cover 1, 2. Is this it? No. Bruce Lee kicks out at 2. Bruce Lee almost shooed in for the elimination match, and that would have been bad news bears. That would have been absolute bad news bears for those Bruce Lee fans there. And Bruce, speaking of, airplane spin onto the Prince of Persia. Prince of Persia was in the original CIW match, match number 1. And wouldn't it be something if he is also the very first man in CIW ever to be eliminated? That would be very interesting. Ooh, and a hard kick there by Bruce Lee. Those martial arts kicks that he's so good at because he's fucking Bruce Lee. And, oh, and a huge kick by Bruce Lee. The game of death, I think it was. 1, 2, 3. Prince of Persia eliminated. The Prince of Persia, number 6. And I think that's going to, almost guaranteed, put him in the elimination match. And the Prince of Persia, that is not looking good. He will be competing tomorrow, almost guaranteed. Unless, I'm pretty sure he is. I'm pretty sure the Prince of Persia, you have seen the first of 2 of your men in the elimination match tomorrow. It is the Prince of Persia. Oh, what a hard clothesline by Magus. And Magus is going to need to go pretty far in this, though. Magus can't end 4th, or he's going to end up in this elimination match. Uh-oh. And it looks like... And a tombstone by the Grim Reaper, but Luke Gus got knocked down, but cover 1, 2, and Magus kicks out of a tombstone. Wow. Magus refusing to say die right now, and that was not a good idea to go up to the top rope. There are way too many people for that to be a fruitful endeavor. Another spinning heel kick by Noob Saibot, one of his favorite maneuvers I found. And all 5 of these men, and Bruce Lee going for that carnival roll-up, or I don't know what the fuck it's called, but Bruce Lee with a cover. Was Johnny Cage going to be eliminated? 2, no, kick out. And Magus got the shadow bomb just there. And now Magus might be eliminated. 1, 2, 3. So we have our match. I am almost guaranteed we have our match. No, we actually do. The only way we would not have that match is if Bruce Lee was eliminated next. And I'll tell you why. Because actually, you know what? That's not true. We have our elimination match. It is going to be Magus one-on-one against the Prince of Persia. And the winner of that will stay. And the loser of that will go to gut check and be eliminated. So now, we're just seeing who can rack up some points here. Maybe gets out of the bottom. Luke Goss attacked again because he's in the fucking way! But anyway, maybe Luke Goss should just referee from the corner instead of staying exactly where the action is. And now, a submission hold by Noob Saibot onto, just wrenching the arms of Johnny Cage. No referee to count a submission if he did. And what an uppercut there by the Grim Reaper. So these 4 are safe. And now, look at that. Now went for a roll-up. Oh my god, what is Bruce Lee doing? He's doing this with just humping the ground and another stupid roll-up on Johnny Cage too. And Cage kicks out. And holy crap! The light heavyweight Noob Saibot just hit the shadow bomb onto the super heavyweight Grim Reaper. The cover, is that going to do it? 1, 2. No! Grim Reaper kicks out. And as does, I believe that Johnny Cage had the roll-up on Bruce Lee. And Noob Saibot has been relentless on the Grim Reaper. And, and a nice hard, kind of a Benoit-like attack there by Johnny Cage. And these 4 are still here. And Noob Saibot, I have to imagine, Noob Saibot is just so pissed off right now. Now that he knows that he's in good hands and he's safe, Noob Saibot has got to be so pissed off that, actually, okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take that 2 points off of 4th place, only because I liked it the way it was. So we'll cover 1, 2, and 3! And that means, oh man, that's actually a game changer. And Noob Saibot hits hits Luke Goss again. But I'm going to tell you why that's a game changer. because I just took those points off of 4th place, that means the Prince of Persia, who had 96, even though he was the first eliminated, still has more points than Bruce Lee. But you know what? Just to be fun, I'm going to make this a triple... Oh, no, we already had a triple threat match. So it is going to be Magus versus Bruce Lee now, the 2 lowest, because I took those points off. So now that Lucas is still down, which means that it's going to be the actual elimination match tomorrow is going to be Bruce Lee versus Magus. One of those two, and the Prince of Persia is safe thanks to my reversal of my own decision to give the 4th place points. So 3rd place gets 5 points, 2nd place gets 7, and the winner gets 10, and that's it. Somebody got busted open. I believe it's the Grim Reaper. No, it's Johnny Cage. Cover is Noob Saibot eliminated. 2-3. Yes, he is. Noob Saibot's out. And that's going to still give him points. So, and Cover and the Grim Reaper wins. So I wasn't paying attention to what happened at the end of that, but the Grim Reaper pulls off the win. Noob Saibot was eliminated 3rd, Johnny Cage 2nd. Cage gets 7 points. The Grim Reaper pulls off a nice set of 10, and Noob Saibot gets 5. So the Prince of Persia is safe, as are the other 3. So your match tomorrow is going to be Magus 1-on-1 with Bruce Lee. Winner stays, loser goes. And just to make it interesting, I'm going to make it a submission match. So the person who gives up their spot in CIW. The game has changed, ladies and gentlemen. The tidings have now turned. Your bad pun of the day. Do you think a magic brownie would help me fudge the answers in my calculus test? I don't know. I don't know. That's going to do it for this edition. My name is The Colonist, and we'll see you tomorrow for the elimination match.